All right, what's up, guys? Whoa, look at that. We just took a major dump right at the open. So you can see that dump came, fill this gap right here. Uh, let's take a look at the bigger levels right now. We have we failed to make a high yesterday, break the previous day high. So um, it's very possible this is equal highs now, and then the lows might be down here. We could range potentially here, or we could let's kind of look at the higher time frame. We can see clearly we kind of feel this gap too. We got Google and Tesla earnings that just happened. That could be the driving force to push the market down because Google and Tesla are dumping overnight. You can see uh, Tesla is down like 25 points already. Google is down all the way 326. Wow. Wow, what a dump on Google. Down 3% as well. So Tesla down 4%, Google down 3%. We're just pushing. I mean, we could get a continual push here. I mean, there is one more imbalance right here that we want to fill on a 30-minute. It's also on the 15-minute as well. So it's possible we could see a bounce here. Maybe to go fill this gap that we just made and then maybe go lower. But as of now, it's just, yeah, I'm not seeing anything good when it comes to the longs right now. We broke all the intraday supports. Let's see how it reacts to this zone right here. If it pushes through, we could technically go and test these areas of support. So it could just push through here. If it does, if it's in a show strength, we go down to this level first and then potentially head to this level if we don't get the bounce here. Now, if we get the bounce here, it'll be a nice little liquidity sweep and then go back up. Um, but for now, it's definitely looking pretty bearish on the intraday side. Now, granted, I don't really trust 100% that we're going to go lower until we could break 950s. So, unless we break 950s, I'm not super bearish yet. So, let's see. I mean, we swept the 15-minute support here. We're slowing down, coming down here. Let's go to the daily. Let's look at the daily. Technically, on the daily, if we go lower here, we got a little Hangman candle here into this imbalance right here on the daily. So, technically, that's usually a reversal pattern to go lower to test external liquidity on the downside. So it's very possible we can head towards 416. Now, here's the funny part. Like on some charts, we have tapped the 20 EMA on the weekly, but like this chart, we have not tapped. We have tapped into a 20 EMA. That's the weird part. Okay, so whenever there's conflicting data depending on the platform, I always kind of go with TradingView. Um, and that could be wrong, but I just prefer to stick to one true um, like way of viewing the data. and TradingView is my go-to for that. All right, it is starting to push down here. We're getting a pretty decent push. Very strong push. Wow, it is just selling off. But you look at that, it's not stopping. It's not slowing down at all. Lately, every market open, it's been kind of stalling, and then it goes back up. But this one seems a little bit different, yeah? Like it just looks like it's just straight push right now. It's a very strong push right now. Wow. Very, very strong push. It doesn't look like it wants to take a breather. Come on. Just give us a little push so we can get some structure going. Kind of hard to find setups if it's just like pushing down, you know, nonstop. I mean, technically you could chase it if you use this as an EOB and you use this as stop loss. So you're looking at a 20-point stop. You could chase that. And we kind of did fill into this EOB already. So very strong potential setup there too to continue the shorts down. But we didn't take it. We also have a potential EOB right here. So maybe we'll take this because we know that there's a far ways down. So that's about 10-point stop loss. We'll chase this for the stream. It might come and bite us in the ass right here, but we'll chase it for the stream. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is why we don't like to chase, but wow, it fell us all the way down there too. That's the funny part. So risking 400 here. And we're going to try to make if it really fell us all the way down there. Wow. That market sell was like, I'm going to get you as low as possible. I think what's it, 50%, 1191. So we would need around 1190. So see if we can get lucky. Definitely a little FOMO, but see if we can get lucky. But at least we're entering FOMO with the correct stop, right? If you look at this, at least we're in this with the correct stop. Because if this move is as strong as we want it to be, it would dump and we have room for it to go lower. So a lot of room for it to go lower. So Well, that was a FOMO short right there. And I just went back to the correct EOV, which was right here. But so the move isn't as strong as we want it to be. Super unfortunate. Opening plays have been kind of shitty lately. I still think we go lower, but might get a little decent bounce. Little fake out right there with that candle right there. But stop losses are important, boys. You gotta have the right stop. We're just gonna wait it out. Maybe we'll get an attempt right here. Starting to get a little overtake candle here. Swept this, swept this. Might die from a bearish bias right now. We'll see. Nope. I think if we get a little candle right here, overtake that. I wouldn't mind taking that short. Oh, we lost about what, 400 in that play, so no, tap this in. All right. Need to make about 1600. Let's see if we can get this. I do think that we're gonna have a strong push to the downside. All right, we're in. And our stop is pretty much this yellow line right here. We don't want it to come back up, but we're going to watch and see what happens. Candles are so wicky. Even when it's trying to move down, the candles are wicky. It's crazy. Look at all these wicks as it's trying to move down. And then you get this crazy pop up, and then you get the actual move down. Like, the market has been insanely, like, pushy with its sweeps. You know, when it sweeps, it's not like a small pause. It just runs before it goes lower. Hmm. Father one if this hits. I mean, could definitely go lower, but Market's just hanging around here for a second. Just doesn't want to give us that big push that we're looking for. Little fake overtake candle, and then we're just getting another push back up. Just makes me want to scalp it for some micro scalps when it does this. Like 5-point scalps. Just look at that. Just taps into this, drops about 5 points. Man, it's not doing anything special. But scalp 5 points, 5 points here and there. There it is. Finally getting a decent push there. Maybe we can add one more account since we have the opportunity here. Tapped into that. We're just going to keep this one account in this play. And if we get like a decent like 5-minute runoff and then a nice pullback area, maybe we'll add, but just going to let this run. About 5 minutes left. We could have used less size and give us a little more space to run, but because we can definitely go down here to like 950s. Oh, last minute pump on this candle. Quite annoying. Don't like that. Man, we haven't had a really good like movement to one side of the market like lately, you know. I'm gonna have to jump ship here. But it's been doing this thing where it makes it feel like you need to jump ship and then it just crashes. Kind of hard to explain. Like if you look right over here, it looks like it makes you want to jump ship and then it just crashes. But before that happens, just look at the damage it does. It just runs all the way up. All right. And with this sell off, I will use that as a stop because we should not go back up there. And if we do, then sometimes you just gotta say, fuck the market type of shit. Because if it goes back up there, then we might just have to take the L here. But yep, we're gonna let this play run. Our my main TP, if this works out, is actually down here at this 950 level. So if you're taking this play, your main TP is gonna be at 950. You don't want to. You could hold. You could take some partials here and then try to see if you can hit the next levels, but main TP is definitely 950s. If you hit your target profit target for the day before then even better. But 950s is our target. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I'll catch you guys later, and hopefully this trade works out and we get a W later.